Hello pilots and welcome back to a very awesome episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we are going to be once again talking about the A380X from FlyByWire. I'm going to be telling you everything you guys need to know, what to expect from the aircraft, and the fact that it launches on Halloween. You may be changing your Thursday plans due to FlyByWire's release. Stick around, there's a lot to talk about. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below.
Overkill simulations, watch us as we fly. Overkill simulations, a thrill will never die.
All right, guys, so very exciting time. First off, congratulations to the FlyByWire team. This has been, I believe they said, either 3 or 4 years in development to get the aircraft to this point. Quite the roundup, right? Right as the you're talking 20 days before 2024 launches, but hell, you know, better late than never. So the beautiful part about this is that they have also stated, let's get this right out of the gate, that yes, 2024 compatibility will be something that will happen. They cannot guarantee full functionality as of the day of launch, but remember that Microsoft and Asobo have stated that 90 to 95% of all mods, aircrafts, add-ons, etc. should be importable via the community folder. So if it works in 2020, most features should work in 2024. What this is going to come down to, given the fact the A380X is going to be in a open alpha state release, is that it's going to be trial and error. Like, try it. If it works, cool. If not, we'll get there, right? So now let's talk about what to expect. Well, actually, first let's talk about how to get the aircraft. So you guys want to make sure that you guys head on over to flybywiresimulations.com. It's flybywiresim.com. You want to download the installer. Then what you're going to be looking for is, let me get it up here on the screen. I'll help you guys out here. Just in case by some miracle you guys haven't actually checked out the FlyByWire. Let me close that. That should be it. Hey, there's my big papa head. Let me get this over to where you guys can see it. There we go. So this is what the installer will look like. You will select the A380X, obviously, when it's available, and you will be able to install the aircraft. Also, guys, you have the Salty Simulation 747 through this, as well as their FSLTL, their traffic injector, which the base models is used by Beyond ATC, for those of you who don't know. So, anyways, so that covers the installation. Now, what do we get with this aircraft? So let's turn that back on, get that back out, come back to here. So with the aircraft, we can expect one of the things that I was really shocked to read and hear about. By the way, there is a link to their live stream that they did yesterday or day before. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday, yeah. It was about an hour long where they did a full live stream Q&A about the aircraft. A link to that will be down in the description if you guys want to watch that. It was a good watch. But let's talk about one of the things that I was really shocked about was that it performs very well in virtual reality. That's really impressive to me, given that it's in an alpha state and just the nature of the glass cockpits. Now, guys, always take that with a grain of salt, because that could mean so many different things, right? Being good in VR, performs well in VR, that's all of that. I mean, not all of it, but a very large portion of that comes down to your hardware, right? Do you have the computer specifications required in order to push a good VR experience in general, much less with something as complex as the A380? But now getting into the features, full autopilot, full normal A to B flight navigation. Now that doesn't mean just direct to direct. Full flight plan integration is going to be available. It can support holds, diversions, auto land, RNAV, as well as ILS approaches. Obviously, with this aircraft, especially with the auto land, that would be a requirement. The electrical system has been built from ground up. A paint file and an OBGA file, or OBJ file, will be available at the time of release. Hopefully a PSD, for those who don't know, that's Photoshop, will be released shortly thereafter. Documentation supporting the aircraft will also be available at the time of release. Simbrief.com will have a profile for the A380X, so make sure that when you guys are creating your Simbrief flight plan, you select the A380, and then to the right of it, there will be a profile box. You hit the drop down, and there should be one that says FlyByWire A380. Okay, and you'll want to use that in order to get the most accurate information, or I should say, load information for their version of the A380. Let's see here, what else? There was quite a bit. A full 3D modeled cabin is also available. As I stated, I think documentation, I can't remember if I hit this or not, so forgive me if I did. Documentation as far as the how-to for the aircraft, get you up and running, will also be supported and available alongside the aircraft's launch on Open Alpha. Now, understand what Open Alpha means. Open Alpha means that the aircraft is very much so still in development. It just, they have reached a milestone marker, if you will, that makes them feel comfortable with releasing it to the general public. That means, though, guys, that an alpha is even before a beta, all right? And you guys probably have heard the term betas before, which are same kind of thing. It means that here is a good, solid foundation of the aircraft, but it's not complete. With an alpha, you are very likely to run into bugs, odd behaviors, maybe some collisions with other third-party applications. You know, make sure that you guys give that feedback back over to FlyByWire. They have a FlyByWire Discord that you guys can join, and you're able to report bugs and things like that via them, and you can speak to the team. They're a very, very good group of people. I met them over at the Flight Sim Expo. Very, very nice guys. And very solid team. They're very interested and they're very passionate. Now, speaking of passionate, if you are someone who's comfortable with coding and you want to get involved with this, reach out again to the FlyByWire team via their Discord. Let them know what your skill set looks like, whether that be system modeling, texture modeling, you know, physics, electronics, hydraulics, whatever it may be that you feel comfortable with. And let them know. Say, hey, you know, I'm interested. They are making it just like they did with the A320X. They are making this an open source project. The other thing, obviously, hopefully this goes without saying, it is completely free. So I think that is the biggest part about this that makes the FlyByWire team and their community such an amazing group of people. I mean, it's all driven, it's all passion driven, right? Everything that they do is freeware. So, you know, the FlyByWire A380X, for example, the A320, is not as advanced as, say, the Phoenix A320, but it is damn close. Like, it's chewing on its heels. Like, it's definitely a very good experience. It is a fun time. It's no slouch. I would not call it a slouch. It reminds me, for those of you who remember in X-Plane 11, the Zebo 737, another freeware project that took a garbage 737 and took it up to, dare I say, the study level word. And that's what FlyByWire did with the A320, and I imagine that's what we can expect from the A380. Now remember, with the A380, this was built from the ground up. Everything from the electrical system, hydraulic system, the autopilot system, navigation system, the texturing, the modeling, the sounds, everything's had to be from the ground up. There was no A380 model already in the simulator that was anything we're talking about, right? Even their little AI traffic model, it was garbage, guys. It is garbage. So the FlyByWire, really, they had to do everything from the start. And so this is really quite the milestone and a really amazing release to us as pilots. I am super, super excited for this one. I will definitely be doing a guide on this one. By the way, the 777 guide is releasing. I know I had told you guys it was going to be out last week for my Patreon members. Then PMD turned around, put a launch out. It changed quite a few things in the behavior of the aircraft, and then everything from importing certain things into the MCDU, or not the MCDU, that's Airbus, into the FMS, all the way up to certain things about the way that it handled and flew. So I had to change quite a few things. We're going through our final stages again. The next video tutorial for that is going to be coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. It's already recorded, ready for launch. I just wanted this to take precedence. Again, to the FlyByWire team, super, super congratulations, you guys. This is a really, really exciting time. I will be definitely showcasing this on Thursday, the day of Halloween. I'm going to try to do it during the day and maybe get a live stream going in it where we can all do it together. But at the very least, you'll definitely see it here, and we'll walk through everything step by step, because this is super, super exciting. Got the largest commercial airline in the world now hitting Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful. Again, look out for that, October 31st. Make sure you guys get the FlyByWire installer and have some fun, guys. It's gonna be a blast. As always, guys, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you in the next one.